Okay, you guys, first of all, look at the fancy ass dream gear that I got. After a lot of considerations, I got the wireless mic. I didn't know that it could be this expensive. This was like more than $100. Yeah, kind of. But I'm really loving the sound of it right now because I do want to get into more cooking and stuff. But look at this. I'm using like the receiver and this right now for video recording on my phone. But there's this and this. This is like the fanciest equipment, like a wireless equipment I've ever bought. I never even had like an AirPod or anything like this before. So yay, money spent. But I think I think it is a good investment. So it's all right. So anyways, I bought a lot of groceries yesterday. Let me show you before we get into this. I bought a big ass watermelon. We're gonna cut it later. I bought this bell pepper to make like cucumber salad later. I got tomato. We're going to make some soup later. We're gonna do like a lot of prepping today. I haven't been eating very well lately, and I don't normally do meal prepping, but because I'm trying to eat better, so we're gonna do that today. Let me show you guys the grocery haul that I got yesterday. It was really cheap. It was like everything was on sale because this was by the end of the day. I put some of it in the freezer because I'm not gonna cook it yet. So I got a bunch of things. I got this, like minced pork, some chicken wings, some pork belly, and some salmon head. This is gonna make soup. Is it weird for you guys? I'm gonna make like sweet and sour soup with this. It's gonna be delicious. So, but first of all, I'm gonna put these meat away. I'm gonna marinate these meat and put it in the freezer so I have stuff to just like pop in the oven later when I want to eat. But first of all, I want to make pickled cabbage and carrots. Now let me go and wash my hands and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So let me adjust the camera a little bit so you can see better. There we go. So I already washed this. I'm gonna cut into this cabbage first. Initially, I wanted this to be live streaming, but I realized that I need to buy a USB-A to USB-C in order to plug into my laptop to stream. So we're just gonna do like a chill cooking video this week. It's fine. I don't have to like force myself to stream all the time, so it is for the best. Have not made pickled cabbage in quite some time. Do you guys like pickles? What are your favorite sort of pickled veg to eat? I normally don't like pickles. Like what's it called? I'm gonna cut it like thingy. Pickled cucumbers? Yeah, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of that. Just cut into your preferred size and then put it in a big ass bowl. Maybe small. Longer is better. What? Don't quote me on that. I've really been wanting to get into more cooking lately. Cooking content and stuff. I think it is gonna be fun. I think I should cut out this part because it's like got a little grayish. Oh my god, before I forget, do you know how much I bought this cabbage for? This whole freaking thing is like a medium, half of a cabbage. It was like 3K. So 1K of Vietnam dong is like, oh no, like $1 is 20, I guess 25 to 27K Vietnam dong. So you do the math, but it was like cheap ass. I don't really buy cabbages that much. I honestly should. I don't know why I don't. This is good for stir fry, good for making soup, good for literally anything. And today we're making pickled. So I don't know how much cabbages are in your country, but this is one of the things that I'm really grateful for. Because I'm blessed to live in Southeast Asia countries where fresh food and vegetables are actually cheap and very abundant. Obviously, there are other issues. There are tons of other issues, which I'm not going to get into because I don't want us to be doom and gloom. But overall, you know, if you look at the good side of things, it's not too bad. Not too bad for grocery whore. Hey, grocery whore? What the fuck is grocery whore? Oh my god. YouTube is gonna censor my content for saying this. Grocery haul. Grocery haul.
Cancel me. I don't
Not
care.
too bad for like a cheap budget grocery haul that I'm definitely needing right now. You know what? I'm thinking technically if I only meal prep buying good fresh ingredients, some of them are on sale for the next month, then I'm technically didn't spend any money on the mic. If that makes sense. Well, I mean, it's whatever. It's done. Now we're salting this with like a quarter cup of salt. I don't have a cup measurement. Or do I have? I kind of have it. I'm probably not going to use like a whole quarter because I don't think that's needed. So we're just going to go for, you know what? We could just eyeball it. Or we could just do it in here. Flour, sugar, salt. I guess sugar is similar to salt.
Actually,
There's a gram measurement, so I'm gonna just do that because I have a scale. 75 grams of salt. Just gonna put everything in here. Gonna mix this up. I was also thinking of making kimchi. I do need to buy gochugaru if I want to make kimchi. Probably next week. Adding salt. I'm thinking it might be a lot of salt. Maybe too much salt. But it does need to wilt down quite a bit. So maybe that's not too much salt. If this turns out to be too salty, I'm gonna blame you guys. Huh. Need someone to blame. This needs to sit for quite some time. Probably like an hour. So that's why we're doing this first. And also it would be great to have this to eat with what I'm planning to eat for dinner, which is kind of like a fried food. Pickled vegetable goes really well with it. So I think I don't think I'm gonna use all of this. It's quite a lot. Yeah, we're gonna save this rest for other stuff. Everything is coating already, so that is enough. Because the recipe calls for 900 pounds. 900 grams. 900 pounds. 900 grams. 2 pounds. Yeah, it's already like wilting down. I think this is enough salt. Cooking is all about, you know, you kind of have to change the recipe around a bit. You can't really trust them, especially if your measurements don't match theirs. So I think this is like good. Yeah, this is good. This is a really good ratio. Anyways, this is gonna sit for a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go make the brine. So let's do that. The recipe calls for 2 cups, which I measure roughly 500 milliliters of water, and then 1 cup of vinegar. Oh, what is this? Residue. It's fine. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Alright, so 1 cup of vinegar, which is like 240 millimeters, kind of. Alright, that should be enough. Then we need, I'm gonna just measure it from this. We need 100 grams. 100 grams of sugar, which is a lot, but I try to use less sugar and it didn't turn out like I want it to be quite sour without enough sugar, so it's okay. If I'm gonna get fat, I'm gonna blame you. It's a lot of sugar for vegetable. Ooh, it's clumping up. 100 grams of sugar, quite sweet. Right. And half a tablespoon or a teaspoon, let me check. All right. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. Here. Just bring this to a boil so everything dissolves, especially the sugar, most of the sugar. And then we're gonna cool it down. We're waiting for the cabbage to wilt down. It's already like starting to sweat, see? Already starting to sweat, which is a very good thing. So yeah, we're gonna come back and rinse the cabbage, wait for this brine to cool down, and then we're gonna move on with our life. It is boiling and it's ready. So we're gonna let it sit and we'll come back later. Okay, so I'm actually getting hungry because it's getting to my lunchtime. So I'm gonna have rice and salmon and smashed cucumber salad. So we're gonna just like quickly prep the cucumber salad and wait for the rice to cook right now. Let me get this bowl. I'm not gonna even deseed the cucumber because they're quite small anyway. So let's gonna deseed them. Nah, they're gonna just the water is gonna. Wait, should I just? I forgot. I have this. I could actually do this. You smash cucumber after all. Just gonna break apart. I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright. Alright. Cool. Oops. The hunger is hitting. Quick. Gotta act quick. Alright, we're gonna speed run this. Let's speed run this. Okay, now we're gonna salt this with 1 part sugar and 1 part salt. And we're gonna let it sit for like 5-6 minutes. It's not gonna be that long. I'm gonna use this spoon. We're gonna like squeeze it out anyway, so I'm not gonna deseed it. I'm just coping mostly because I'm hungry. And you're not allowed to disagree with me, so part salt and 1 part sugar. That should be good. Mix it up, take this out, mix it up. We're letting it sit. I should probably cut these a little smaller. If we're gonna eat it with chopsticks, it should be fine. I could probably help cut the seeds off, honestly. Yeah, I'll be right back. It's done. I rinsed everything and now I gotta squeeze it out and put it in a container. Oh no, I used a container. I could transfer. Let me change container for this. Squeeze this out. Put it in our containers. This is a lot of work. It's a good wrist exercise. Just do the best that I can. Man, looking at this, I kind of want kimchi. I'm not gonna lie. The thing is, the goju that you use to make kimchi is really expensive. And I feel like it doesn't really taste that good. I don't know, maybe it's because of the imported ones. I should honestly look into more local chili, dry chili flakes for kimchi. I think that's gonna make my experience a lot better. This is looking really delicious. Hey, this is done. Most satisfying moment. We pouring this brine mixture in, and that is done. And we got a bunch of vegetable to eat throughout the week. Oh, just enough. I didn't even taste it. Let me taste it. Yeah, it's good enough. A little salty, a little sweet. I need a lid for this. Okay. Now we're gonna do our magic with this. I have some leftover soy sauce, sugar, vinegar mixture. I'm gonna use some of this because I made too much. I'm not gonna like go for recipes for this. I'm just gonna go by feels and by the whispers of my ancestors. Some of this, and then I'm gonna add some oyster sauce and some more vinegar. Probably a little bit more sugar too. All right, sesame oil. A lot of garlic, just sesame oil. So, making salmon for lunch. I'm gonna cook this, and then when it's cooked, I'm gonna eat it with the cucumber salad with the rice. Probably some soy sauce. Does it stick? Oh my god, it does not stick. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. Oh my god. Let me flip it. I can do it. Yay. Alright. So I just learned this new thing too, by the way. If you use a stainless steel pan and you have issues with it sticking all the time, low heat is your friend, literally. Really low heat, especially if you're using an electric stove like I do. The heat can like wrap up really quickly. So like you see the max power is 9 and I use 2. 2 or 3 is like the sweet spot for it. So that's a tip for you. Anyways, I'm gonna come back and prep more ingredients after I have my lunch and probably gonna watch some Netflix and take a break a little bit. But this is what our pickle is looking like right now. Looking good. I think next week I'm definitely gonna make kimchi. So stay tuned and I will see you after lunch. Alright, so it has been 4 hours since I had lunch. I've been like on and off washing stuff. I also prepped a bunch of garlic and shallots. And I washed the meat and let it dry in the fridge. Now we are going to marinate this. Now I'm gonna put it in the freezer after marinating it. I'm probably gonna just add the sauce in here first. So I am going to use this spoon. So the recipe calls for, let me check, 1.5 tablespoons of honey. One. Probably not gonna like do the full one because we called for 500 grams of chicken wings. Excuse me. I'm only using 400 grams ish of chicken wings, so probably gonna decrease a little bit of this marinade sauce. 2 tablespoons of chili sauce. I'm gonna use 1.5. This is quite spicy, so I'm probably gonna just use 1. Honestly, quite spicy. Yeah, I think that's like more than enough. And then what else? 1.5 soy sauce. 1 oyster sauce and 1 sesame oil. Oyster sauce, where's my oyster sauce? Right here. And then 1 garlic. It calls for garlic powder, but I got fresh garlic, so I'm gonna just do that. Oops. Wait, no sugar? Really? No sugar. Maybe I should add some sugar. I mean, it has honey. Duh. Let me wipe down. 1 sesame oil. Not shying on the sesame oil because I love sesame oil. Anyways. So, and then 1 thing of garlic. Since I have a little bit of shallots, I'm going to use some shallots too. Why not? On garlic. Can never have enough garlic. Okay. I'm just going to use my hand. Put all this in here. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Stay there. Stay. Okay. Throw this away. Let me mix this up. Get more air out of this. Shake it up. Should probably put some pepper in here. Or I can just put pepper when I'm baking it. That should be fine. This is gonna be delicious. For this, we're just gonna marinate basically the same thing. Or I could also put it back in the fridge and buy a little more pork belly tonight. Because this just, yeah, I mean, I don't wanna force myself to eat just one thing all the time. So I think just, yeah, that should be enough, honestly. I feel like I should have cut the chicken wings a bit so that the marinade can penetrate in better, but it's too late now. Alright, I'm just gonna marinate pretty much kind of the same oyster sauce. I think we're gonna do some fish sauce for this because I feel like it goes better, but we'll see. We're gonna marinate this, and then I think I'm gonna start prepping the sweet sour salmon head soup for dinner. Alright, so it's basically kind of the same marinade, but instead of using soy sauce, I use fish sauce for the pork. For some reason, I feel like using soy sauce for pork makes the meat kind of tough. I think that's why. I think my mom kind of vaguely told me that before, that you really shouldn't use soy sauce to marinate pork stuff. So I'm just gonna mix this up. I'm gonna go grab some veggies and start cooking the soup. Okay, I sauteed some garlic and shallots, and I'm gonna pour in the lamb juice to make the broth. It's just my leftover lamb juice, and I don't have to season a lot because it is quite flavorful. the clam juice already. So we're gonna put tomato and pineapple and fish. And I'm gonna add some sugar and some kumquat juice to this to make it sweet and sour. Alright, you guys, I'm extremely hungry right now. I can barely talk. I ended up having to go out to buy a little kumquat because I didn't have any left. But I also got these greens. I'm gonna add into the soup. I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. Very likely gonna have this for leftover tomorrow, and this is smelling delicious right now. Had to use quite a bit of sugar, but anyways, I think this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Without further ado, bye bye, and I will enjoy my meal. Bye.